Risk Registrar, the app for effective risk management.
This is an introduction to Risk Registrar for Windows 10. Just as a word processor app works with document files, Risk Registrar stores its data in risk data files. Let's create a new file. We start by choosing the most appropriate template. We give the file a title. We enter the scope. Next, the app asks for our objectives. Risk management is about the things that might stop us achieving our goals, the risks to our objectives. So it's important to be clear what our objectives are. Let's save our file. Risk Registrar guides us through the risk management process. The first step is establishing the context for our risk management, which we've done by entering the scope and objectives. To move on, we tap on the next box in the process diagram, Start Risk Review. This moves us automatically on to risk identification. The app will help us to compile our risk log. We should enter all of the risks that we can think of. A good definition of risk is uncertainty that matters. A risk is something that might happen that's relevant to our objectives. To help us, the Risk Registrar templates contain possible risks. We can select a risk from the template and perhaps edit it to fit our circumstances. For this demonstration, I'm now going to switch to a risk data file which already has several risks. Let's go back to the process page. We'll select the next step in the risk management process, risk analysis. During risk analysis, we should think about each risk in turn. What are the causes of that risk? What are the consequences? We can enter these into the app. We should estimate the likelihood and impact of the risk. For each risk, select the appropriate square in the likelihood and impact grid. The next step is risk prioritization. We'll use the risk by priority page to review our risks and confirm that they're in order of priority. Then our risk management effort can be aimed where it's most needed. As well as working on screen, we can get a printed list of our risks. The next step in the process is treatment planning. What controls might reduce the likelihood of risk events occurring? What countermeasures might reduce the impact of those risks if they do occur? The risk diagram gives a more visual presentation of the risks, their causes, and consequences. After we've done our treatment planning, our diagram also shows the controls we intend to put in place. Controls connected with causes will be designed to reduce the likelihood of the risk occurring. Controls connected with consequences are there to reduce the impact if the risk event does occur. Now we end our risk review and we move on to risk treatment. This is where we put our treatment plan into action, reducing the risks to our project, reducing the risks to our organisation. Risk management is an ongoing process, so our first risk review leads to risk treatment, and then we start our second risk review, and so on.
Risk Registrar, helping busy people to do effective risk management.